Hello, 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 and welcome, my Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your 5-card draw. What do I need read for this new moon in Aries, waxing to full in Libra in April 2021? Whew, that's a long one. I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of DrawingTheCircle Productions, the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal, and can I get you some appetizers? Oh my god. TGI Fridays flashback, not that I ever was in food service, because someone would piss me off, I would hex their coffee. Nope. Nope. Know your boundaries, right, Saggy? Let's get down to business. My book Words of Grace is actually selling pretty well on Kindle. Once it hit Kindle, it had a little bit of a drag there, but I think word is catching on if you want to check it out. The link is in the description box. I wrote it during a dark night of the soul 3 years ago, and I fucking lost just about everything that was familiar in my life. Writing that book saved my life, and since now everybody else seems to be going through that one way or another, it seems to be helping. So $9.99 USD, United States dollars, go check it out. And also my work on Facebook. I have been monetized on my DrawingTheCircle Productions Facebook page if you want to go like whatever it's called over there, subscribe to the channel. Also doing paid events monetized there, obviously, so doing tarot parties and private readings and just lectures, workshops, some paid, some free, all Zoom format. It's a lot of fun, and the great thing about Zoom is we can record it, so even if you want a private reading, you don't have to take notes. You just get sent the link with a passcode, and that's pretty kick-ass, don't you think? I do. Shall we? Enough about me. Let's talk about you, my Sagittarius asses. We are doing a 5-card draw. Fire, Earth, Air, Water, Spirit. I love that my guides gave me this, because this new moon that's coming up, we will talk about it in a little bit, but it's a particularly auspicious one. So 5 different decks, 1 card each, 1 for each element: air, fire, water, earth, spirit, east, south, west, north, center, if you want to go there, to get you the clues, tips, and hints about what you need for a specific timeline. We are looking at the new moon in Aries on Sunday, April 11th, 10:31 p.m. Eastern. I am in New York. That is auspicious because it is the first new moon of the zodiacal cycle. Perfect time for a new beginning. You completely reimagine yourself over this particular waxing moon, because then we are looking at the waxing moon building, growing, increasing, expanding to the full moon in Libra on Monday, April 26th, 11:32 p.m. So late nights, both of them, but I don't know, kind of feels kind of worth it. I'll hit those right on the nail. That's great. Like, I'm done recording for the day at that time, so I can absolutely cast circle, call quarters, and cast, and I think it's a way to look at these reads for my witches in particular. I mean, muggles, mortals, you know, light workers, whatever you want to call yourself, you can certainly take the information here, but witches in particular, this is like a spell ingredient spread, and I'm really digging it. It's not really a spread, it's a 5-card draw, you'll see what I mean. So, all the decks that I read are always in the bottom in the description box, along with really cool links of other things you might be interested in looking into. All I can ask for anybody watching one of my videos is standard YouTube reading rules apply, because every fucking reader says this, right? Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't, check your other signs, like, subscribe, and blah, blah, blah. I'll say that part again at the end. But for a general read, right, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and check your other signs, just because you might get more information about what we're supposed to look at. Your moon sign's just going to get it different than your sun rising or your Venus, right? Or maybe something else you completely need to look at, cast for, grow, or increase, wax this new moon to full. That's about it. I don't feel like explaining anymore, except all I can ask, really, both feet on the floor if you can, focus on your breath if you will. I will do the same to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace, as trained since jump in this life, apparently, from my pantheons of the divine, to which I am intricately and intimately interwoven with pantheons of the divine to do so. So just breathe. It's so much I have to do every single time. I have to keep it fun for myself, right, Sag? You know what I mean? Say the same fucking thing 10,000 times a day. Oh, here we go. We're going to start with the Healing with the Angels Oracle, Doreen Virtue. Please, my beloved angels of fire and the sign of Sagittarius, my Michaelites, the legions of Archangel Michael, please, 1 card in clarity for the Sagittarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading. who is the healing angel or the legion of healing angels that they need, what do I need, read, right? To work within their element of air, to think about, to call upon, to pray to, I don't know, to some element of air aspect of their mind, right? Maybe even breath work with the particular healing angel for this new moon in Aries, waxing to full in Libra, April 2021. The healing angel the healing angel of nature. I just tried to slur those two words together, or at least my nervous system did. So, I mean, a great card. Now, Sagittarius, this can be about your own spiritual nature, as well as it can be about literally being outdoors or bringing even nature indoors. I do both. I have a lovely deck outside. I was just clearing out some dead sticks from my sage growing out there. You know, just kind of getting things ready for spring, right? And it just totally recharges me. But what does that do? It brings me in alignment with my true nature, which is loving and relaxed, and that's true of all of us. So when we're not loving and relaxed, right, we're fearful, we're tight, we're restricted, we're inflamed, that's not really truly who we are. It's not our true nature, the nature of the soul, right? That's conditioning and stress and all that stuff. So call to the healing angel of nature. Now, if you're a witch in particular, you know that covers a whole lot of ground, right? A whole lot of ground. So let's keep going. Element of fire. We're using the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Isn't that a name you just trust with spell cards? I am. I love the deck. I haven't reviewed it yet. I will. It has a nice chunky thick booklet that I want to read from cover to cover before I do, because I really want to like absorb it before I review it, because I love this deck. There's my review. I love it. Next, this will help you fine-tune your element of fire, your will, your desire, what you want, what you yearn for, burn for, to work with that element of air with the healing angel of nature. Breathe. I call to the ancestors of magic, of miracles, and of mysticism, really covering all spiritual paths on that one. Please, one card in clarity for the Sagittarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading. What is their perfect spell card to help ignite their element of fire, their will, their desire, what they want in a lovely rhyming couplet or close to in the magical spell cards deck, particularly that they could apply with the healing angel of nature and the element of air, this new moon in Aries, waxing to full in Libra, April 2021. Imagination. Now I will say, though you may not be an air sign, Sagittarius being fire, but you might have other planets in air signs, I do know Sagittarians to be very visionary, right? They are ruled by the planet Jupiter, which is an air planet, and its expansion. So something about either your true nature tapping into your imagination some way, or that really being activated out in nature. The little spell tidbit here. Imagination now sets me free. Divine ones, I send my thanks to thee. It's not in perfect meter, I can tell. Imagination now sets me free. 9. Divine ones, I send my thanks to thee. Oh, it is a 9-9, but the meter's off. That's why the imagination now sets me free. It's a little awkward. Divine ones, I send my thanks to thee. It's a little off, but it's okay. I'm just a Virgo. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. That's lovely. You know, with anything, take the words, even the words I say, like even in the book Words of Grace, I give prayers and stuff, and it's like, these are just seeds. Make your own prayers. Here's like the essential elements of it. Oh yeah, it's technically a book of prayer, Words of Grace, one for all the chakras, including the 8th and beyond. So nature with imagination here. Imagination now sets me free. Divine ones, I send my thanks to thee. So there is a liberation in here as well. And that is freedom. And that is 9th house, Sagittarius, expansion, Jupiter. So this is making sense somewhere. So I think this is speaking more about your essential nature. But of course, getting out in the fresh air safely, you know what I'm talking about, probably, because I always get inspired by nature. Just even, you know, sitting on a patch of grass outside my house, right? 6 feet away from everybody. Today I was actually pulling some weeds outside, as I said, and this little pipple head pokes its head underneath this little snout. Lady was walking her dog. It was just the cutest thing. Like if I hadn't been sitting outside doing that on break between readings, right? So it did. It inspired me. It absolutely the cutest little puppy head. Cutest little puppy head. Probably smelling my cats. So let's move on. Element of water. The Whispers of Love Oracles, this is going to deal with the emotions, right? And the emotion actually puts energy in motion. They just said, so with your imagination, you know, what are you imagining? Something that's feeling good, something that's feeling not so hot, right? So let's ask the higher selves of all involved. So far at this point, I would think just your higher selves. This isn't necessarily looking like a soul contract read, but let's see. Because this could be a party turner. Please take a nice deep breath. The higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension above, 8th chakra and above, for the Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and watching this video, receiving this reading, please, what is their whisper of love? The piece of inspiration, or insight for this element of water that they need, working with the element of air with the healing angels of nature, the element of fire with that imagination spell. What do they need in their element of water here? This new moon in Aries, waxing to full in Libra. The only thing that is real is love. Well, that's true. I mean, that's a unity consciousness. That's a 5th chakra and above perspective for sure. Shift your focus from the problem back to love. Now, I'm going to say, what is our true essential divine nature? Is love. We are love. It's the only thing that's real. The only thing you take from this world with you anyway is the love, the power, and the wisdom that you gained while you were here. It adds to the soul. You're not your personality, but your personality is being integrated into the soul. The ego is a part of the soul, the last to come into alignment and integration, right? The most dormant, the most incubating part of the soul, because everything is divine. Everything is love. So if the only thing that is real is love, that means even the ego, no matter how toxic it may be from time to time, which can take over your imagination, because actually it's trying to protect you with worst case scenarios. It's part of the limbic brain. It's cellular memories, living out in nature. You hear a crunch in the woods, it might mean you were lunch, right, or dinner, depending on when you're hunting and depending on what's hunting you, right? So, you know, that imagination can get carried away. And Sagittarians, I'm going to say, you're very expansive. So you can take like a one seed thought and run with it. But is it a happy seed or not so happy seed? Well, are you working your imagination, or is your imagination working you? Because the only thing that is real is love. So is it possible for you to imagine that in such a way that it actually brings your true nature forward? I will say, nature is already in 5D consciousness. She always has been, Mother Earth. She has held the 3rd and 4th dimensions here, waiting for us to collectively with her move the bar up to 5th dimensional planet. It's a long story, is what that is. And I'm a teacher. Duh. Okay. So the only thing that is real is love here is this element of water, then this element of earth, because we are getting certainly a very, very clear thing about here, you having the power to shift your own focus like an archer from whatever is going on to love. And remember, perception is not always reality. They're just telling me that, particularly with imagination. The sun does not truly rise in the east and set in the west, considering our planet rotates on an axis. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, it looks that way. It's not that way. Right? I don't know why they want me to say that, but it does make sense. Breathe. The Crystal Oracle, Tony Carmine Salerno, obviously element of earth here, the voice of Archangel Ariel, my personal archangel, because she is the Archangel of Lyons, and my name is Angelo Lyons, because, you know, sometimes your parents have a prophetic moment when they name you, and she is one of the 3 archangels of the north, the powers of earth. Crystal, breathe. My beloved Archangel Ariel, you who are one of the angels, the archangels of nature, please. And they've got nature here. 1 card in clarity. What is the perfect healing oracle card here? Is a card that's written in the book, the stone itself, whether they have it, whether they want it, whether they need it. But something to help them ground this and manifest this, particularly if they call upon, work within the element of air, the healing angels of nature, in their fire, imagination now setting them free, divine one, sending their thanks to thee, which also means there's some gratitude in this spell, which is the attitude of increase, and increase is part of a waxing moon. The more you give thanks for, the more you have to give thanks for, because you start seeing things around you that you didn't even realize you are thankful for. And the only thing that is real is love in their element of water. This really using their imagination to shift their focus from the problem, whatever this may be, because that's part of the general read, back to love. So what is the physical part of this? Now, if it was one, I would have taken it. Archangel Ariel, please, for the Sagittarian Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, I'm watching this video, receiving this reading. What's their crystal oracle, this new moon in Aries, waxing to full in Libra? Ooh, cry surprise. Cry surprise. Don't cry. So praise. Oh, cry your eyes out. Cry all you want, you'll pee less. Thank you, Carrie Fisher. Chrysoprase. CHRYSOPRASE. I've worked with it here and there. I don't think I own any. I might have a chip of it somewhere around. It's also the name of a troll character in Discworld, Chrysoprase. Gangster. Chrysoprase. Keywords: fertility, love, compassion. Fertility, love, compassion, truth, and uplifting. It's a lot to lift for one stone. Chrysoprase helps open the heart center and allows you to feel the presence of divine unconditional love, which is our true nature. It is our true. This is all about you. I don't know if other people are, of course, other people are involved, but this does not feel like a soul contract read, like you're dealing with another particular soul contract. And don't worry, I'll get back to the relationship read. I've just had a lot on my plate to do extendeds. You are entering a fertile period that will enable you to creatively express your true nature in a loving and compassionate way. Now, look, if you're an artist, that's jackpot. Using your imagination in this way, coming into a fertile period where you're able to express yourself in a loving and compassionate way. Now, that might be to another person, but I could feel that for an artist watching this being like, oh yeah, that fertility, that creative fertility, and shifting it to love and my creative nature coming out, that's great. Through this, you will give birth to new ideas that reflect and align with your true essence or your true nature. All you would love to create, manifest, and achieve is now possible, provided you remain true to yourself. So there is a thing here about authenticity. Now they're just telling me, let me check. Did someone else get Chrysoprases? Carnelian, Rhodochrosite, Beryl, Amber. Why did I think someone else had it? Kyanite? No, I thought someone, it might have been one of the other reads I did. Just because this feels familiar, maybe you've gotten this card before, Chrysoprase, Sagittarians. Listen to what your heart is saying. Be guided by your intuition, and you will create the success and fulfillment you so rightly deserve. Many wondrous experiences are in store for you. This definitely feels more creative energy if you are an artist. You know, and art, everybody has creative energy, people, regardless in what way, shape, or form you express yourself. This does feel very masculine energy in the sense that they're telling you for that calm, for that compassion, for that creativity, for you to express yourself with that fertility as a result of aligning and opening your heart with your true nature. Again, being out in nature is a huge catalyst for me, at least. Oh, send me to the beach. I'm like a divine being for 2 days. Well, I am a divine being anyway. We all are. So that you can really shift your emotional focus to love. Like if you're in a place where you're cranking out content, perfect example, I mean, I can relate to this, and you burn out, then what better than a waxing moon to get you in touch with your true nature. Just also want to see, did anybody else get nature? No, that's why I keep a clipboard in front of me. Particularly Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, right? Are we in the right order here? No, we're not. Virgo, 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 Virgo. There we go. Air, fire, water, earth. Spirit, you ready? The Chrysoprase, by the way, Chrysoprase can be, I don't know that it's expensive, but may be hard to find, and as a result, the price point could be high. Like Chrysocolla, you'll find more than Chrysoprase, but check it out. Check it out. At least do the research, right? Last card down, the Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn. The mantra that you can do with the stone and the water and the fire and the air all together. I mean, this really is a spell kit reading here. Please take a nice deep breath. And I'm going to call to the Ascended Masters, who this deck is consecrated to, the Matt Kahn Healing Mantra deck here. Please, the Ascended Masters, General Assembly, although I'm really feeling something very creative, artistic, expressive here as well in some way, shape, or form. People express themselves through how they cook, how they keep their house, how they walk, how they talk. Creativity and self-expression comes in a billion different ways. So however this is, with this fertility that they're in, and nature, an element of air, with the healing angels of nature, there to help them heal and connect with their own nature, aligning their imagination with the element of fire, setting them free. Divine ones, they will send thanks to thee. With their element of water from the higher self, saying the only thing that is real is love. There's a real shift in focus here, and that stone of chrysoprase from Archangel Ariel does kind of help ground that and say, I'm going to hold the stone. I'm going to do my best to shift my focus here, calling upon the healing angels to do just that and using my imagination. So, Ascended Masters, for the Sagittarian Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, I'm watching this video, receiving this reading. What is their perfect healing mantra? This new moon in Aries, waxing to full and Libra, April 2021. Releasing expectations. I love this one. Only the highest possibilities come to be, whether I envision them or not. This is letting you off the hook. You can imagine anything you want. Go for the thing that opens your heart. Oh my God. Whoa, I'm having Shakti Gawain, Abraham Hicks flashbacks. Oh my goodness gracious. The secret was never a fucking secret if you had the training. Well, I guess if you didn't have the training, it would be a secret. But let's not talk law of attraction too much. I'm a little PO'd at the New Age community of what they've done with the law of attraction. They're universal laws, not the fucking cosmic cash machine, people. Please talk to the gods and the angels. They'll tell you everything that you're getting is what you need, and when what you want and what you need are the same thing, you call it manifestation. But when you get what you need, but it's not what you want, you think you did something wrong. My vision board. So, look, I'm going to read it from the book, but this does make sense. Yes, there is a lot of creativity ready to come through you, a lot of fertility, particularly, I'm going to say, with the passion, your imagination igniting that freedom, that fire that you are within you as a Sagittarius, right? I would get a piece of chrysoprase, or at least some kind of grounding stone that represents those things, right? Fertility, love, compassion, but self-expression too. Not just having creativity. Oh, here we go. The garbage truck is here. Hold on a second. I'm not going to subject you to that. Where the fuck were we? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read from the bookie book because it just makes sense. I love this one because expectations are often the things that block our creativity and our creativity and in our expression, because we can be expecting, well, what if they like it? What if they don't like it? What if it doesn't make money? What if it does? Whatever. But if only the highest possibilities come to be, whether you envision them or not, when what you want and what you need are the same thing, you think you did it, but it's always that way. You always get what you need, and that sucks when it's not what you want. Natch. Releasing expectations, though, so good. I mean, every single one of these 5-card draws have been like this, where it's almost doing all the work for me. Only the highest possibilities come to be, whether I envision them or not. Releasing expectations. When you release expectations, it is no longer your job to be in control of reality. Isn't that nice? I mean, unless you're a control freak, then it drives you up a wall. But isn't that nice to not have to be in control of all of reality? You are a soul birthed from the fabric of destiny, where only the perfection of universal will takes shape and form. In other words, the shit that goes down is the will of the universe, not necessarily ours, but when we align with our true nature and shift our perspective to love, our imagination floods with high quality vision, right? But it is a place of surrender and release. Once expectations are released, a life beyond your wildest imagination is given permission to enter your reality. And that's true. I've experienced that myself. I never thought YouTube. Right? Like, there's so many times where I've just said, all right, fuck it, whatever, I surrender. Right? Do with me what you will. I mean, I took vows. I'm still under my vows with the gods, even though I'm no longer affiliated with associated with the organizations that I made those vows within, right? It's like, my gods can do whatever they want with me. I don't care. Talk about perfect love and perfect trust, right? So to release expectations into the hand of the divine seems worth it to me, if it's giving... see, and here we go. Once expectations are released, a life beyond your wildest imagination is given permission to enter your reality, and that's what you really want, but you might not know that you want it. This mantra is ideal for having more faith, blessed be, learning how to trust, not the easiest thing in the world, and alleviating disappointment. It's a good mantra. Highly recommend it. Let me put it together for you. Please take a nice deep breath. My collective pantheons. My collective pantheons of the divine. May the Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading, be blessed with all that they need this new moon in Aries, waxing to full in Libra. That their element of air may be filled with the healing angel of nature's light, revealing to them their true nature and recharging them as necessary in nature literal, so that they can release expectations, only the highest possibilities coming to be, whether they envision them or not, while they can still envision, where they still can allow imagination to set them free from the responsibility of trying to make this thing happen. But I am going to dream, I'm going to visualize, I'm going to dream big, I'm going to imagine it, so that it will help shift my perspective, because the only thing that is real is love, along with a piece of chrysoprase, to help them remember their fertility, their compassion with themselves, their ability to express themselves, allowing this new reality by releasing expectations, even with their imagination assisting in that, not fighting that, as they come in touch with their true nature of an open heart, manifesting gifts of love for themselves and everyone around them, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So let it be. And so it is. Here you go, my Saggies. Did you like it? Well, like it. Hit the thumbs up. You want more? Subscribe. You want to comment? Please do. You want to know when I'm posting shit? Hit the bell thing, and then hit the thing under its all notifications. I don't even do that. And certainly check out my book, Words of Grace, that I am still alive as a result of writing that book. So trust me on that. They told me a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I was born with about 1,000 variations of Angelo, Lyons, only 115 are left. Well, I'm one of the 115 that are left, just waiting to see if that number ticks down. So trust me, I know of which I speak in that book. And may you be blessed with all the grace you need, and may you be blessed with all that you need this new moon in Aries to full in Libra, April 2021. My darlings, go check out my stuff. You want a reading, book me. Hell. Farewell, and blessed be.